Hello. Test. Test. All right. Today, I'm going to start a new playthrough, Satisfactory. For those who don't know, it's made by Coffee Stain Studios. I have about 2,300 hours in it at this point. But going to be doing a new playthrough, fresh build, and take you along the way. So, for those who don't know, it is all one map. The spawn locations would just be areas across the map, but grassy fields present a great starting point. Easier, a lot of water access, so on.
Attention Pioneer. The following instructional video is a summary of your impending duties as an exoplanetary pioneer for Fixit Incorporated. Fixit Pioneers have 3 cyclical assigned pillars of work to ultimately accomplish project assembly. Use provided blueprints to build the necessary buildings. Chart the planet and gather resources to provide desired results and improve your infrastructure. Make sure to report any unusual discoveries to R&D for analysis. Expand your factories, outposts, and pipelines through automation and augmentation.
I remember the first time I played
Get
through.
to work and be effective.
No clue what any of this meant.
Warning, planetfall imminent. Please remain seated during full procedure. Atmospheric entry in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Planetfall procedure initialized. Planetfall complete. Please ensure the integrity of your multi-purpose exploration suit is at 100%. Remember, efficiency first. Godspeed.
Alright, so consideration right now is
Welcome to Planet Massage
berries.
2 ABB, your designated ion.
Skip through all those.
First objective. Please dismantle the drop pod.
Got some berries just for
This is one of
just in
multiple
case.
edibles we have detected in your vicinity, which are within approved nutritional and medical categories
F
established by
to
R&D.
enter
A
deconstruct
new
build mode.
research tree can now be accessed
I'm going to
in the
deconstruct my shuttle. That'll allow me to build the hub. So as we're walking through here,
all important Fixit data and communication is recorded and stored in the codex, including these
pick
steps.
up some fuel, or at least what will become fuel. Now, typically, I'd started up here. Up here, there's a couple iron farms, so I'm going to go up there. But to differentiate today, what I think I'll do is start somewhere else. I may eventually use these, which I guess I could just collect the resources right now. I do not have a weapon, so I shall run away from the hawk. There is my inventory. There is a Xenon Sniper. Perfect. It's interesting playing with sound for once. Typically I just have sound turned all the way off. This is Minecraft typically.
Note, the
Hog
acquisition of
remains.
iron is considered essential in preparation for all future objectives.
So, there are a couple iron veins. Impure.
The remains of this creature might shed light
I'm just one auto mine feature is to press E to interact, which will start mining, and then go into your inventory.
Fourth objective, build the hub. Note, to complete this objective, the recosh.
So these are impure veins. Now, won't really matter at the start, but these don't produce as much as like the pure, or I think it's normal veins. So for this playthrough, I'm gonna instead of doing the same thing as last time, I shall find a new vein, which there are some just over here. Build damage. Check out what these veins are. So those will become important later. Power slugs. So these are normal veins. We are gonna probably set up shop here. There's a copper vein and a limestone. There are actually two limestone veins within close vicinity. There and there. There's a copper vein just a few meters away. Probably still use that same one. Man, I suck at combat. All of these are pure, so they'll give me more when I mine them. So instead of just mining the vein itself, just save a little bit of time. Just go directly to this. What I'll do now is clear some more brush, make an open area. Can't get rid of that tree yet, unfortunately. But what I'm going to do is try to get this lined up correctly, but build my hub, which is the central area for which I will begin construction. Of course, until automation, this will be all of my crafting. Looking kind of incomplete right now, if you can't tell.
Congratulations, you have unlocked Hub Feature Manual Craft Bench. Hub Feature Hub
A while
Terminal.
back,
Fifth objective, complete Hub Upgrade 1. Note,
I'd say until like the past year, we had not had auto craft. I had an auto hotkey separate, but oops. That was a great feature, I believe, added. So just craft up some of this iron. I forget. Was it 10 rods only? Okay. So for the next step in the hub building process, we're going to craft 10 rods. Make a little bit more just in case. Throw 10 in there. Of course, that expands it a little bit. Gives us a little chest we could throw our stuff in. Time being, I don't need any of that really. I'll throw those in there. Hub upgrade 2, so we'll need 10 more.
You have unlocked building workshop, equipment portable miner, inventory additional slots, hub feature personal storage. Sixth objective.
At least for the next 2 minutes, it's going to be pretty easy sitting in this bench. And at least until we get constructors, assemblers, and something of those sorts, it's going to end up being a lot of time spent in this bench. I was really bad about, instead of pushing straight for the constructors, I craft everything manually just because I could, save a little bit of time in that sense, but really I was just stepping back, hands off, just doing nothing. Not really too interesting if you'd ask me, but try to change that this time. They do have a feature where you can select. I really need to start doing that, where it selects. Actually, I don't. Yeah, it'll go up at the top right corner. Start doing that instead. So expands a little more.
Congratulations.
If you notice, we have a biomass burner now. Now I am kind of skipping ahead in the process. What we're going to do now, I'm going to check out, see if this room's here. Got a cool little room.
Note, connect buildings to a biomass burner for power. Note, buildings such as the smelter require a recipe to be set. Advice, automate the smelting process and use portable miners for optimal results.
So if you didn't just hear that, I just recommend we use portable miners, which we'll get started on now. So there's the main crafting bench. Beyond that, we have, I guess back here's a good spot for it. We'll love when I'm able to get rid of all these rocks and all that. Oh no. That's not good. This is equipment workshop. You just craft some different things. Main things we're looking at right now are the equipment miners. Looking at the stream, it seems a little snappy. Of course, no one's watching right now, of course, since I just started. But if anyone does leave a notice that if it's too high FOV, it would be greatly appreciated. Stuff like that if I can edit. So we're gonna set up a portable miner here. As you can see, it auto mines. And for those who didn't, actually we'll go ahead and select that. So we're going to select this milestone. If it sees it comes up, we need 20 plates, 20 rods, and 20 copper wire. Now, of course, the iron is where we get all the iron plates, iron rods, all that, but can't get copper from iron. So we shall go up here. And you see we have a couple different things. We have smelters, which will turn ingots from the ore. Can't grab that one yet. Playthroughs are kind of easy whenever you don't have, or when you've put in so many hours of the game that you know where everything is. As you see, we have found a copper vein. So I'll go ahead and collect some of those, swap to a portable miner, throw one of those down. As you can see, the berries restore 1 health. Speed up the process, we'll collect some of our own. For those of you who haven't played, it'd be a worthwhile assumption that these nodes will have a better thing than the portable miner, but for the time being, will help it so I don't have to stand here and just mine this over and over again. See, already has 20. Much more efficient than my handy little pickaxe. And, again, things may change later in the playthrough, but the slide jump is noticeably faster than just walking. I've spent hours and hours and hours just cleaning up the foliage. So I presume probably going to do the same thing later on. As you can see, it'll be a long time if I have to sit in this to craft every single item. Let's see what we have available. Just the smelter. Sorry. A nice feature it also has, it can show you how much you can make with available materials, so you can see the wires taking up as we're making more copper. We can only make somewhere around 50 right now, copper ingots, but we can turn that into more than 40 wire. Which I believe we shall do right now. Alright, so 58 wire. Now we need some more plates. And that allows us to proceed with the next step. Look at the hub, some minor improvements, color changes, stuff of that sort.
Unlocked scanner feature, limestone. New buildings and recipes, which can be found in the build menu and craft bench
Little
respectively.
computer.
8th objective, complete hub upgrade 4. Note, use power poles to expand the power network for optimal results.
And what we have available to us right now is the constructor and the smelter. So make some rods. You can see we can now make screws. And I believe if we craft some of these. Ah, it's screws and plates. Okay. Well, if we did craft screws, we could craft reinforced iron plates as well. Craft some of these wires. And we have a smelter. Now you can see we can line it up to its in the same line as the biomass burner. And we can put in fuel, in this sense wood, which will allow us to automate that process. Save a little bit of time in the craft bench. So we'll top that off for now. Probably go grab some more copper. For the time being, we're going to be a little dependent on biomass, so I'm going to be collecting a lot of leaves, stuff of that sort. Once I get a chainsaw, that'll be real nice because I could cut down trees, not just rely on shrubbery. At some point, now I don't know when these steps come because these features are added later, I could turn alien protein, so the stuff I collect off the bodies of these animals, to use for biomass as well. And they make more efficient forms of biomass. The options are biomass. Basically, you turn leaves and wood into biomass, which is like a leafy substance, and then you can turn that into solid biofuel, which is crafted from the biomass. And then you have the option of liquid biofuel. Of course, that's much down the road, but liquid biofuel would be possible as well for. Well, I guess we'll just have to get there. I'm slipping my mind what the term is for the machine. I mean, of course, it's some sort of reactor or power factory. There's something simple about just you, your miners, and your hub. As you can guess, as you get more and more things, it's kind of crowded. Top that off. Let's see what the next step is. So, for the next step, we'll need a bunch more plates, a bunch more cables, and some concrete. Luckily enough, we have, I believe, a normal vein. Nope, impure. Okay, the other ones are pure as well, then, so it's fine. But go ahead and mine this top right here. We'll get a throw portable miner on it here in a minute. That's a quick autosave. Again, as your save gets bigger. I have one that's, I think it's a whole, over a gig. I think it's close to 2 gigs, but definitely not a fan of these big maps, which isn't really their fault. It's just, I've spent thousands of hours on it. Alright, so we got some limestone. Ugh. Finish that bottle of water off. Grab some more copper. Now, the next step from a smelter is a constructor. I'm gonna wait until this next step, hub upgrade 4, until I make a constructor. Which we'll see why in a minute, but that will allow me to turn ingots into plates and rods, or copper ingots into wires, and then later cables, and then or limestone and concrete. What am I doing? Take advantage of that. Get used to this tick, the anvil sound. Again, I had my sound off for the longest time, so I didn't really hear it as often, but takes three limestone to make 1 concrete, so I'll turn it into 21. We have cables, plates, all that. Throw all that in. And then upgrades it once more. That adds that section up there. Some minor improvements to the back here.
Congratulations.
Looks like something will go here.
You have unlocked building 9th objective. Complete
Some
with
lights.
upgrade 5. Note.
Nicer
portable
building.
lines cannot be connected
Toilet.
to conveyor belts. Advice. When planning the construction of buildings, note the placement of conveyor belts.
So we're gonna pick this up real quick. What we're gonna do is do one of many new renditions of this. So we're gonna place. Oh, we need some more wire. So we're gonna make 2 smelters now. Make them side by side. Look kind of nice. Not perfect, but then we're going to make a power pole. Line it up with that, line up with this, that, and that. Now to save power, turn that off. Some wood to top it off. Alright. I'll do iron in this one. Copper in this one. Pop that off. So, we're gonna need some screws. Turn these rods into some screws. That'll allow us to make some plates. Of course, we'll need. Actually, we'll just need more screws. Screws are made from iron rods, so you need to turn ore into ingot, ingot into rod, rod into screw. And let's see how much we need for one. Another cool feature. I'm gonna show that. So we need 8, of course. Of course, we need one more. Okay, it's not too hard to make. 6 times 7. Okay. What? I was wrong. Oh, we only need. Okay. Some wires. Some more wires. So let's look at this pole. This pole can have 4 connections. So we're actually gonna. Okay. We're gonna turn this on. Help me out a little bit. Probably gonna take a trip back over to Copperland here in a minute. So, copper. Some more wires. So we have 1 pole for these, and we're gonna need. So that's maxed out. Can't use any more there. What we're gonna make now. I messed this up, didn't I? Yes. So the constructors are wider than the smelter, so I can't have the has to be measured by the constructor. Line these up all nice and neat. Could recenter these as well. This to that, this to that, this to that, and this to that. So, we have the smelter. Okay, that's not too bad. Those would be nice. Well, actually, these will be a big improvement. So, make some more wires. Wait, what am I doing again? So what I want is conveyor belts, which I need plates, so it should be good. Connect this to that, this to that. So I'll be able to make wire with my copper. Automatically. Now the same will be true. I'll alternate. For the time being, I'll do plates. I'm gonna need some more. Alright, so you look at the screen real quick. So our capacity for this individual machine, this biomass burner, is 20 megawatts. So our production is 16 megawatts. That's 4 each. So everything's good right now. We have 4 megawatts of headrooms. AKA, if we add on any more, we're gonna need another biomass burner, which we don't have unlocked yet. See if we can look ahead and see that. Nope, not yet. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put a second one on the copper and then another one on the limestone. Yeah. It's fun. Like doing this for the first time. Never really. I mean, it shows I'm alive. It's just I have no idea what that means. Like people could see it or not. Most likely, the way this will go is a upload to YouTube as well. Because why not take advantage of both? Of course, if anyone's kept up with the news for Twitch, with the new CEO, they've allowed for cross-platform to a much greater extent. Now, I didn't do my research completely. I think that's traditionally more important for the like affiliates, follower, or partners, and so on. But it'll be nice to know if I won't get immediately kicked off for uploading YouTube, which I don't think they did. But I probably shouldn't discuss terms and guidelines before we get started. But go collect some more of these. Of course, I have a light on. Nights are actually quite bright. I could probably make that worse if I really wanted to, but why would I do that? You know, one thing that might be helpful is like a mid stage right here, which I don't know. I think the chainsaw gets locked pretty quickly, but maybe an axe where you could like mine, or just allow the functionality to mine trees with your. Again, that might defeat the purpose of the chainsaw, but be nice. See, we have another impure node here. Yes, they are called nodes. Now, I have been neglecting one thing, so I know where everything is in this area, so I've been like going right to it. But you can search. So if you wanted to know where the iron ore veins are, there's 3 there. There's 2 up there. There's 2 over there. But yeah, since it's F3, make a good place. Even though these are just normal. Of course, it's all about efficiency. That's why you want the pure nodes. you see, we've been making wire and plates. Oh, no power. Uh-oh. Start using some leaves. So it's good. It's doing it a lot faster. It'll be so nice and not like stressful whenever we transition to a different kind of fuel that isn't consumption based, because everything the factory does involves me picking up these leaves. So eventually it'll come a point where I spend the majority of my time picking up leaves while the factory does all the work. And wanting to move forward in the game, I'll have to transition to a different kind of power. But we'll leave that to when we get to it. Collect all of those. Collect some limestone while we're here. I'm gonna start venturing out further each time for this stuff. It seems like every time they update the game, I don't know whether this is intentional or not, but a bunch of the greenery comes back. When I have a developed factory, that kind of stinks, but for the time being, it's helpful. Of course, I don't think they'll be doing too many updates during Christmas. Wood's definitely better for every leaves, but since I have a ton of leaves, might as well use them as well. So, let's look here. For hub upgrade 5, we need 75 rods. So what I'm going to do is actually switch this to rod production. I dumped all the plates to my inventory. First I have all the wire. Make it's rods. Just turn that into some cables. It shows what I have in my inventory relevant to this recipe right here. So it's nice to watch. Well, there's been great quality of life updates recently. And I'll make some limestone while I'm at it. I'll probably wait a little bit to do limestone production. I got those. I need a bunch more rods. That's not really making it too fast, so we'll... Right now, just doing the simple things. Collecting fuel, making copper, making iron. Crazy to think we'll eventually go to nuclear as like a final project. To discuss which I'll probably end up repeating myself with these like solo playthroughs where I don't have like anyone to talk to. But I do have like a nicer mic, like a Yeti. But I've never loved like the setup for it. I don't know. I can always transition to it. But I think for the time being, Logitech G Pro X headset has done a decent job. Mostly on Discord. That's when I use it, but which plug for the developers. There is a Satisfactory Discord as well. Do recommend checking that out if you ever have questions. Helpful here and there, especially whenever they explain a new update. Publish YouTube videos on their YouTube channel as well. By the amount of hours I've played, 2,300, I definitely like the game. Reminds me of like the ability to play similar to Minecraft. I mean, not necessarily, it's not like Minecraft, but it's has the unlimited potential, so to speak. Top off our leaves. Check. Rods. We could use a copper rod. Oh. That's a good idea. Move this over here. So now you could probably see the... Yeah, that's better. I'll do like silly mistakes, you know, when you start. A little bit of damage, no. So like I said, it'd be really nice when I have a chainsaw to cut all these trees down. Get more wood out of the trees. And it has an AoE effect on shrubbery as well. One shy. There we go. So, let's upgrade the hub. Added those. Nicer appearance-wise.
Congratulations.
And
Building
we have unlocked a second biomass burner.
Building storage container. Hub features
So,
additional biomass burner.
we need a rod.
10th objective. Complete hub upgrade 6. Note, there are no notes.
What we'll do, we'll take some rods. We'll throw actually another power pole right here. What we're going to do is cut that one off and connect. Oh, of course we need cables too. This is why you don't make exactly what you need, because you're going to need, you know, 10 million more parts. So we're going to connect that to that. So those are now running. But for the time being, we're going to leave that one disconnected. It's not really... Actually, I can show you. Good idea. So this is the miner, Mark 1. It'll allow automated mining. What we're going to do with that is, of course, after we make all the stuff for it, which we can do just like that. We'll make a portable miner real quick. That fulfills that objective. Or goal. I don't know. Require recipe. Yeah, there we go. We will actually connect, so we now have 2 biomass burners, which now we're consuming a lot more fuel. Not the big deal if it goes down right now, but as you get later, it's a bad idea to have more, because a situation where you can run out of power. So, we are gonna try to line this up. And we are gonna connect this to that. Throw in some leaves. Connect this to that. So, see that drill head going down. And as that drills down, we'll grab a new section of the drill add it up top, and continue drilling. But as you can see, iron ore is going in. Needs 30 per minute. This produces 60 per minute. So we could actually set up, turn this copper one into another iron. For the time being, I'll keep it copper. But we could add that as well. Let's check our power. We have a good bit of headroom right now. Of course, we're producing way more than one can do. But that's okay. We are going to have to up our leave quantity, that's for sure. This isn't doing much, so we'll pick this up. Now that we have this automated, we don't really need portable miners, so we'll go through that over here. Would be a little bit more useful. And we have our first automated iron production. So let's go look here. Yes, we unlocked a storage container. Perfect. What a storage container would allow us to do. Oh, we don't need to craft anything. It'll take all of the stuff that we produce. So we're going to try to line it up with that green line. Connect it with a conveyor belt. And it'll store everything. Now, we're not going to be making a bunch of copper. So we need that. But I am a big fan of the concurrency. Everything nice and neat. Just jump on top. No, or not. Okay. So now we have production going into 2. So, the next type of upgrade, which we could go ahead and jump on right now. We'll take some of these, some of those, since production's pretty fine. We don't really need to draw from it. Or it produces more, like, there's an excess, I guess is the way to say it. Mark that so we know what we need. Main thing, we'll need plates. So we have 50 wire right now. The machine will make more. We need some more limestone. And we're good on that. Something I can do is I can go throw it at everything and it'll show how much more we need. Of course, right now the only thing, since we have rod production, just going over this limestone. Grabbing this and that to make some more. Something nice that was around when I started my first playthrough was these biomass burners self-regulated, meaning they only went on the amount of consumption you actually needed. Unfortunately, that was something I took out for mainly for realism, so I get it, but it kind of sucks. Collect a lot more biomass before we reach the next step. And we're a good ways away, I think, still from. I'll just let you know. The next step is coal. Like a coal burner. I don't know. We're gonna go ahead and turn this off for the time being. I need to put all that iron ore back in because I don't need it. So, throw in those. See, this is why I liked manually crafting, because it's like the power reliance kind of stinks. But since we have that off, we can turn one of these off. Save a little bit of biomass. Put that in there. What it does encourage you to do is just keep everything running. There's no, like, it's not going to scale itself down. It's all up to you, so. Try to save a little bit of time. That all we, yeah. So, seed the hub. Added, I think that's new. That's new for sure.
Congratulations. You have unlocked building space elevator, building biomass burner, heart,
Oh yes,
biomass.
invisible rockets, amazing.
Motivational message. Congratulations, you succeeded in every provided task. On behalf of Fixit Incorporated, I thank you for your current and future
Okay, that's not a bad animation. Look at that. We got our own little drone
terminal has been converted to give access
to allow us to,
milestones there to ensure you
for future milestones, it will actually deliver stuff up to space. So if you heard that, it allowed us to build a new thing called a space elevator.
The space elevator and as such
Expensive.
initiating project assembly. Good luck.
So, let's see, did it unlock anything else? Oh, we can now make another biomass burner. Wait. Wait. Okay. So these suck. Yeah, we are gonna cut that off right now. We're gonna build our own, the actual. So that's something. So the words. These biomass burners produce 30, and they are based on the power demands. So arguably better. So we can run this entire section right here off one biomass burner. Just makes all the sense in the world. Take all that stuff out of there. Run these out. So, it's empty. What we're gonna do is build a biomass burner. That makes sense, right? Right. Okay, that's. Okay. Burns various forms of biomass during electricity from our grid. Must therefore be fed biomass manually. Consumption will automatically be lowered to meet power demand. This is the low setting. It's still better efficiency wise, I think. I don't know. I'm gonna redo some of this, make it a little neater. Clean out this letter. I will probably soon transition this to iron. Mainly. So we have those. Straight out from this. Okay, that's fine. Ooh, that's what I want to do. I want to line it up with this, that, and that. Okay. Hmm. So I'm not gonna. Okay, let's go ahead and transition this iron. Top it off with iron. Grab everything off the belt to clean it. I wish we could just mine off. Get our resources back, so it doesn't really matter. Turn that into plates. Plates. And we'll empty this out just for the sake. We're gonna get it in a splitter eventually here in a minute. Might actually be a few minutes. Let's go look at that space elevator thing again. So, we're gonna need a lot of stuff. We'll go ahead and turn this back on. That's nice. We'll use flower petals. Fill those up. That's pretty efficient. Go collect some more copper. What I'll most likely do is once I get all of my iron, I'll transfer that back to copper, which it could have been easier just to leave it copper, I realize, but I could be entirely wrong. I mean, still, right now, it's still more efficient to run that one biomass burner, I think, because it produces 30 instead of 20. So instead of producing 40 and only needing 21, we're doing 30. Hmm. Just one thing about the game. A lot of. I'm not going to say a lot. You can choose not to, but at least for me, I indicate a lot of this right here, where I'm just kind of sitting, auto crafting. Which is, again, a lot nicer with this zero macro, or space macro, sorry. We're going to need a lot of wire, man. Oh, I need to turn that back on. Yep. Now, we're going to have enough production for... Once this fills up, I'm going to move it over to this. Eventually, they have splitters that allow me to take resources and put them into two things instead of just one. I'm not going to build another miner just for that because that's a waste of power. But if this doesn't, okay, I don't get it. It says it does it. Whatever. Mm. So I hear myself talk real quick, so this will be a test. So I hear myself talk real quick, so this will be a test. Yep, definitely works. I'm not gonna let that play anymore. Does anyone like listening to their own voice? Not me. Alright, so all that got us 540. Concrete gives us stacks of 500, wire gives us stacks of 500, and iron plates and rods give us a stack of 200 each. So. As you can see, this is filled up. I'm gonna take this, throw it over here. Again, not the best way, but do I still have a portable miner? I'll make another one, I guess. Throw it back down. Shouldn't have picked that original one up. I know. And I don't have any. Also back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. It's fine. Like I said, it's gonna be so nice to have power where you're not constantly running back and forth checking on it. I use that to keep that topped off since, you know, it's not hurting anything. Fun, fun, fun times right here. This thing like OBS, of course I'm using OBS, not new, pretty new to that as well. So if anything's, you know, messed up, hey, ignorance, yeah, right? Am I right? I could have swore earlier that whenever I opened up OBS for the first time, it allowed chat through OBS. I don't know. I have to check that, but I think since I'm in a stream, I can't change any of that. But it's definitely there. I figured it out. And if you're wondering why I'm on Twitch and most likely YouTube at this point, kind of stay away from it. You know, girls watch thousands and thousands and hours of YouTube, and it'd be cool to be a YouTuber. Of course, more realistic setting, college and that sort. Um, but for the time being, I've always kind of wanted a side hustle, tried Uber Eats, stuff like that, and I'll see your splitters here. But of course, when it's winter weather out, not good to go outside. Probably, try this out again. I've always wanted to, kind of held myself back, but I am gonna go ahead and build the space elevator. Now, it'd probably be helpful to like, as we were looking just a minute ago, um, to maybe pursue. I don't know why that's gold. That's not right. Maybe whenever we use it for the first time, it changes, but definitely not the right color. So let's look ahead real quick. We got foundations, so we can start building things off the ground. That'll probably be way later for me. I'm not really. I remember at one point I had like no foundations, and then it's like, all right, I got nothing else to do. Let's just beautify the base, and that's when all the foundations came about. So we'll probably won't use that yet. Might be able to look out there. Seems like a waste of money, but I mean, whatever. Conveyor lifts, they allow you to go up. Great, this is way more efficient than looping a belt over and over around. Though that looks cool, we'll say. Um, Productivity display. With this upgrade, you can see the efficiency of each building. No idea what that really means. And after that, the maps. M's for a map. That's locked up. Can't unlock that yet. Inventory slots. Another hand slot, which would be nice. Beacons. This item will likely be removed in a future update. So it does say pending removal. I have like I've crafted everything like known to man in the different other playthrough. And I have like thousands and thousands of beacons crafted. They're all going away. It's okay. It's a waste of like nothing in the grand scheme of things. But then let's look ahead. So we got assemblers. We could turn 2 items into 1 item. Of course, way more expensive. Copper sheet, a variation. Instead of ingot to wire, you could do ingot to sheet. Rotors, modular frames, and smart plating. Um, and from there, we get the chainsaw. Of course, this is a good ways away. Solid biofuel, way more efficient than solid biomass. Jump pads, I've never, I've tried them. Sync shop, you put extra items in this. They give you tickets, and you could buy things through the shop. Customizer to color things differently. Conveyor belt, upgraded conveyor belts. But as you can see, through all of these tiers, still using biofuel. Unfortunate. And we're also, whenever we build this space elevator, it's going to have also additional goals for us to unlock, like even more things. So, as you can see this line, everything's not like nice and even. I mean, we could make it nice and even, but what that basically is, so whenever this is at capacity, this shuts off because it's making excess. So when it turns back on, it consumes more fuel. It's just not like an even spread. Again, it'd be nice to have complete efficiency. I've never been like completely about that, but it's okay. Oh, ooh, ooh. So biomass is much more efficient. I did not see that until just now. Biomass is way more efficient than regular leaves and wood by themselves. Um, we need to jump on this like right now. This is nice. We like this. And do the same thing for the wood. Unfortunately, biomass burners, you cannot like set it up to be automated. Of course, you can't really automate it because the only way you get at biomass is from collecting leaves. So I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's never going to be automated. But with biomass, it'll be more efficient. Take a little longer, don't have to worry about it as much, which is greatly appreciated. So let's look at that. 10 per minute. There we go. That's a lot nicer. Organize our inventory. I'll probably go throw these petals away for now, or not away, but like in here for now. I don't really need them in as much. So what that leaves us to do next is top that off just for that, but we're gonna make some concrete. And then we'll probably have to get some copper. Do that again. We're gonna have to probably do copper 2 or 3 times. Almost 4 times for the limestone. But it's okay. Making progress. It'll be really nice once we unlock the splitter, and I can then just have the iron going constantly. Don't have to worry about the iron at all. As you can see, the next eventual step would be to use another node to make more. But again, I want to take advantage of the time we have with the biomass. Don't really want to run out of headroom immediately. It'd be nice to build up a storage thing of biomass before we start expanding the factories. Which, I don't know, I may go over there, put a miner down, some constructors, some smelters over at the copper. It doesn't need to run the entire time, it's fine. But some efficiency is better than none. I can go over there and just get like wire instead of ingots, or not even like ore, just ore. It'd be nice. One way would be maybe to run wires all the way over there. See, that's the thing. If I connect the factories immediately, I can immediately benefit off the efficiency of them. But I think a good goal for the time being would be to just get this space elevator built first. So, yeah, let's do that. As you can see, we could build another Xeno Zapper. I think the way this game's set up is equipment doesn't drop when you die, just your items in your inventory, so I shouldn't really lose this thing. But I could always make a new one. And it will have another shared purpose down the road as well. I've always loved how this game looks, too. I mean, it's nothing special. It's not like it's crazy shaders or anything like that. That'd be cool to expand down the road, but I don't know. For those of you who are interested, 12900K 4080 would be what I'm running with. 64 gigs of DDR5. I go with Crucial for all my memory. It might be cool to throw parts list down there. That's one thing I've always wanted to do as a side hobby is like computer stuff. Of course, pending my actual occupational goals, but always wanted. The amount of money I've spent on computers just because I like building them way more than I needed to. I could probably still be playing on my old computer instead of having two computers. But what are you gonna do? Space elevator's massive. We might just throw it here for now. That looks so stupid. It looks like a macaroni drone. Stupid macaroni drone. It wouldn't be too hard to incorporate the limestone. I guess I'll do the limestone first, automate that, and then go over. But yeah. But yeah. Because that'll just be a constructor, it won't actually be like a smelter. Wait. No, that'll be a smelter. Right? Yeah. Either or, it doesn't. It's only one item. I might also look around, see if there's any other copper nodes. I know there is one. I don't know. I think I'd prefer to just keep the one closest, but that's the one I've used before. But if it works, why use a different one? See, so also you run into the conundrum. So whether I, of course, make separate factories or not, if I run them off their own power, they should technically power scale by usage. But what about if I connect them on? There's the efficiency aspect. But then I need to have all my biomass burners in one place rather than segmented, which is again fine. Scope creep though may be an issue. I don't know. On today's episode of Will I Have Enough? No, I'm gonna be just short, aren't I? No. Yes. No. We'll be good. This is all copper I need just for the space elevator. I think. 540. Yeah. Where we go? And yes, like I said before, certain level of monotony, but it's okay. It's not that bad. That's the. I mean, there's a level of monotony, yes, but at the same time, you can just do so many things. There's still things I'll do in my original playthrough. Like recently I've been messing with like nuclear stuff. I dished it for a while because, spoiler, there's different options just behind just advancing nuclear, but I don't know, just been messing with that. Didn't really have much to do, but kind of just diddling around and doing nothing. $642. So currently we're consuming 21 megawatts. 9. So we can use the limestone completely off that original. We should probably do that and then use a separate. Yeah, I'm gonna use a separate line for copper for now. Segment it. So if it goes down, it's not a problem. It doesn't bring the whole system down. But I'll just keep this system right here as it stands. Quick bathroom break. For a second, I was like, "Oh no, the stream's down," but no, it's I just accidentally had it paused on my end. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, in the future I'll do that. Just turn it off. The limestone produces enough. Okay. Time being, we'll just have one construction for the limestone, but I could scale to 2, like the iron, but that'll put us over the power limit. And that is copper. Throw that in there. I'm gonna turn this in. Get rid of this in our inventory most efficient way possible. And then we're gonna make some more biomass. As you can see, way longer time in between. Yeah, the factory's still running. Okay. Way better. Okay. It's changed. It's so much better. So our max consumption is 21 watts. 5 for the constructor. 4 for a... Yeah. So we could incorporate that here in a minute. I would prefer to get this stuff. But that's a capacity. That's good. Throw that in there. So... what I'm going to do, I'm going to go throw this biomass all in there so I have some more room in my inventory. Don't really need that right now. Don't need those. I'm going to throw that in my hand. So, all we need now to build the space elevator is crap load more concrete. Hopefully crap isn't a bad word because I just said it twice. I find it funny. I pretty much never really... I did this a lot more in the last playthrough, I will say that. Definitely not a bunch right now, but... I think this will be like completely negated by another portable miner, which I don't know, I might do. I don't know. Almost halfway. I think a thing I might like to pursue is like, there's no point in rushing. Again, I could spend like, I could have a million episodes of Satisfactory if I wanted to. It'd be nice just take it slow, maybe do some base building more once to get like all the power figured out. Which really, the power isn't bad right now. It'll reach a point where I'll have some growing pains, but right before coal. But basically, how the coal work is I'll need a miner to mine the coal, some sort of transport, most likely conveyor would be nice just to start out because there are different ways to transport materials versus the conveyor belt, but in the end, they kind of suck. But we'll see those. Um, but it would be nice just to get a conveyor belt, which I'll basically have to go all the way from way over there to a lake up there. Up there, we'll have a water extractor and a coal power plant. So I'll need power for the extractor and the miner. So 5 plus. I'll basically need the full power of a biomass burner to power a coal factory. So I don't know. I think it produces like 120. So 120 minus 30. So the first one will be 90, but I could scale that up to like I think I could have like 2 or 3 per. One of these things sounds all like whenever you lose power and a fuse blows. It's kind of funny. I need to go build another one of these. In all honesty, once we get this super expensive space elevator built, some of these other steps will hit. What the heck? Have you heard that? Some of these other steps will be quite straightforward. So, nice voice crack. So, really, for every one smelter, I can have 2 of these. Once I get a splitter, I could cut that off, make it better. I could turn this in. I could scale up the factory again. That's, I don't know. I guess I might go the route of separate power for each node for now. Well, that's only for broads. Let's look at the plates produce 30 to 30. So I could make double rods. Finally. I might just leave that out as for now. Let's make some copper. Yay. Probably move this autosaves out a little bit more. Just for quality of life. They still have a little bit of a pause to them. I'm surprised. I expect it to be instant versus comparison, which that just means my the autosave for a large save isn't that bad. And it's just an optimization thing in reality. Like, in time it'll get better. But I'd rather they focus on great changes. Overall, I don't think they intended for it to be some massive AAA game. If they did, I don't really know how that ended up. But for what it is, I think like a $30-$40 game, it's great. I think it's been 3 years since it was first released, early access. It's still in early access to this day. Be interesting what a full release would look like for a mature game such as this, with decent amount of time for the player base and such. I need 450 more, so 2 more things of limestone. It will be really nice whenever we do transfer to the automated. So if I have to do this segmented power, I can almost triple my production of limestone. I'm gonna have to do that goal first, actually. The splitters. It doesn't make really much sense to do without it. But look at that. Is that perfectly in line? Yes, it is. Eventually, I might already have it unlocked to the hub. Um, but you can unlock a little mini game in that room. That's kind of like the only purpose of that room. I mean, it's cool to have like a place where you sleep. Spoiler: you don't sleep in this game. It's not like Minecraft in that sense, at least. It'd be real nice to have all this copper ready for the next unlock. You could probably start looking at that too. We'll have some excess plates, rods, stuff of that sort. Um, yeah, I just need a lot more limestone, of course. And since this is an entry again, I'm talking. Let's be honest here. I'm talking to no one, at least live. But to discuss that, I also it'd be cool to try out some other games. Typically, I'm a simple man. Satisfactory, GTA, Call of Duty, Minecraft. But I'd be willing to try some other games. Big sandbox guy, it seems. There's copper over there, copper over there, copper. Yeah, there's two over there, but I don't know. That's far away. Look at settings. So I played on two computers, Satisfactory. The old one I built and this one. I know sometimes it gets a little weird how the settings work, so I was just checking that. Try to keep everything on ultra, best quality possible, but and as reference again, that's this. I'm gonna repeat myself a lot in coming playthroughs, but the attention to the name, I have an El Camino, it's like car but a mullet, so mullet car. So it's off my car. A little backstory, kind of simple. I don't really think much to it, but all right. I need 150 more. So when those things get to 50, of course, math. Yes, you can. It's just Tetris. You got two beds, toilet clogged, and then little poster somehow has already been vandalized. Kitchen. Don't need to eat to survive. You just eat to regain health. Now it would be cool to eat to survive. I think that's a level realism that could be added. They might have to redo some of the food. I don't know, food though. Be one consideration. But as much as I could start working on the other stuff, I mean, it's really just that. I don't know. I guess we'll do this. I'll lock them in number order. Uh, Space Elevator is going to be a really cool thing to watch. Perfect. Oops. Here it comes. We'll turn it. So. Look at all that stuff. Wow. It's flying at me. So there's a little, looks like a bunch of clamps. If you look up there, the sirens new, I think. Something coming from the sky. Ooh, it's building itself as it comes down. Locked in. And now we have a direct line from the ground, of course, this planet, Massage 2AB, I believe, to space. So we can send stuff up into space. What we'll do is, you can see, it's smart plates, which are made, if I remember correctly, from. They're made from two different items that involve assemblers, which is usually we're going to take two materials that we've made, combine them in another material, and combine those two. So basically we're taking four machined materials, whether it be screws, plates, anything that involves a single production line. We're going to turn it into a two production combination into one. Involving two of those items, we're going to turn it into smart plates. So it's going to be for far along. Unfortunately, I think that's going to be stuck up there for the time being, up at the top right corner, which sucks, but whatever. I might figure out the setting to turn that off, because I don't. It's going to be a minute until we get smart plates. I'll probably prefer to reach a different power source before we really make that kind of progress. So, now that that's done, we can worry about the next project. But again, we'll have to do the same exact thing. Limestone, limestone, limestone. It gets better, I promise. Hmm. Okay. I think we need 200 again. Darn. Yep. Alright, let's automate this. There's really no good, like, we're gonna have to go downhill. Pick up, pick up. I think they put in a. Oh, I could have just used the miner. Alright, whatever. That's okay. That should be close enough. Not close enough. So nice to have a jetpack. Oh, spoiler. I mean, I guess that'll have to do. And then... No, we don't need one of those. We need... Okay. We need... We'll go ahead and make 2. IMS burner. 1 connector to that, and then this connects production. And we'll need... We're gonna make 2. I can only connect 1 right now, but we'll go ahead and make 2. So we'll need a bunch of screws. Let's double check. So concrete. This is like how you check. Constructor. Okay. So we don't need smelt. We just construct. So I'll need 4 of these. A bunch more wires, which is fine. We have plenty. I think eventually I'll actually expand to 3. Let's go on top of this thing. Of course. That's the problem with the hill. They're not all going to be like cool. Go ahead and make 2 more. Just go ahead and make another one. So that's 5, 15. It's 12, 17. So we can run it off this one. But rally gate will just be running one of them. Okay. So you can set hotkeys. I'm going to reset that back. The 3 being the belt. That's into that. Eventually, I actually might have to move that again. That'd suck. I think I unlock. We'll see. Do I have any? Nope. What did I want? I wanted biomass. Bring enough to top off the other one while we're here. And in the sense, if one goes down, they don't want to go down. I have to go run around and refill a bunch of stuff. That sound never gets old. Oh. Okay. I hate that they're not even. I know, foundations, but... Let's go in and set these to concrete. Of course, the other 2 aren't doing anything. And it'll produce 15 concrete per minute. Which, now we need to worry about... Which, of course, we need concrete, so we'll still be waiting, but... Here in a few minutes, I'll most likely move the hub somewhere else, because I'm going to put the iron... Whenever I redo the iron, most likely expand into another burner. I don't know why those biomass burners should suck on the hab. They should be. I don't know. I guess the ones you place down are a little better, but kind of stupid. But it's okay. What am I doing? I am doing this base building. So I need those. And I'm gonna need some concrete. Let's go look. Do some math. So I need 45 per minute. This. Oof. Okay, these are useless. I don't have a good enough node for these anyways. But that means I can simplify it a little bit. 5. Okay. We are adding. We are now at our limit. Our consumption matches our usage. Which, efficient, yes, but dangerous, quotation marks, I guess? Like, there's not going to be a surge by any means, but I'm going to have to add something. Sucks, it's an impure node. Let's go look. Might move to this one if it's better. I think this is impure as well. Yeah. So I don't want to go over there. That's the thing. I kind of like set up shop and don't want to move. So now that that's automated, I'm not gonna. I'm good. I guess I'll throw all these down on the copper, so I just get a crap load of copper whenever I go over there. A little excessive, I know, but whatever. Once we get the splitters and all that, I'll see. This is a normal node. I'll probably automate this on a separate line, power line. Whenever you build it like a really tall tower in Minecraft, so you remember where your base is, perfect representation of what this will be. You can see it from the entire map. And the map isn't like crazy big. It'd take an hour to walk around for sure, but you see that? We don't like that. We don't like that it hits the top, but it's okay. We can't go over, but we don't like it. So now this biomass burner is at max. Still 10 per minute. I don't know what's going on there. Not gonna act like I do. So it's at 2/3 efficiency, so it's producing in reality 10 per minute right now because again we don't have. It's not efficient at all. Lack of better. Um, so I guess I could start explaining. So these slugs up here, I'm not gonna grab it, take up the inventory slot, but this will allow us to overclock these machines. For the time being, I mean, the limestone will be one thing we'll use it for, but always preferential toward power. You always want to use it for power first rather than production, because you always need power. Where are you running? Something funny. Like the only game my computer runs hard on is this one. I think it's just because it's not that the game's demanding. And again, there's an optimization topic that I don't really know too much about, but I think it's just because it's so intensive traditionally with the other save. Shouldn't be as bad right now, but we'll get there. It'll be pretty CPU intensive. I think I mean the CPU is running pretty cool right now, but I used the same node on the other save, and to be truthful, I've never like the way it exists, how I set it up just now, is pretty much the exact way it's set up in mine. Of course, I have it overclocked, so I have some more constructors, but never turn that into a factory. Oof. So we have this goal that we reach when we get 23 more concrete. Then we have, of course, the next one. It'll be pretty much the same exact materials, just maybe a little bit more of each. Mm, I don't really want to add, but we could really use another limestone, right? Thing is, like, it'd still be like lacking efficiency. I'm probably not gonna have cables automated. I'll probably automate wires and have it ready to go for sheets up there. But eventually, before the coal, I will have consolidated most likely all my biomass, even though it'll start segmented. It's always good to have some biomass on hand in case like coal fails down the road, because you don't want to start from scratch if you used up all your biomass. It sucks. Always good to have a little bit of excess just in case. Even in my massive factory, I have a biomass production facility that I could set up. I should probably add like the fuel production thing to it. It'd be helpful. These splitters are gonna make my life so much better. What am I doing? $23, $23, $20. Yep. I pressed the button.
Milestone reached. You have unlocked several structures aimed to provide the first needed to build basic factory infrastructure and improved overview.
That animation, though.
These will provide a grid for more advanced organizing and section.
I'm guessing like back out of the game and come back in and fix it, but nice. So we don't have the materials yet for the next step. Even if we did, oh, I guess it won't be hard to make. We'd have to wait for the pod return, which is only 1:30. So by the time I have this crafted, it'll be back. It would be funny. I know there's a few streamers like popping up on my other screen, but like where they do like the sleeping streams. But I've always sped up the process by like keeping my computer on through the night. It would be funny to have like a sleep stream. I don't know. I find it kind of weird, but maybe someday. It wouldn't really lose progress. I'd just, of course, wake up in the morning with more resources. As you can hear, the pod has returned. It's now landing back on the hub.
Milestone exchange concluded. Fix-It freighter re-entry complete.
Fix-It freighter. That's the name of the drone. Just have this stop at 500. Mainly do this.
Milestone reached.
Sure.
Conveyor belts can now merge, split, and lift to increase the complexity and efficiency of your factory. We encourage you to consider more verticality
This is useless.
when it comes to factory logistics to streamline.
I mean, I get the purpose. Like, maybe it looks cool, but like, yeah, I guess you can see some stuff. There's another slug. I mean, it's cool to look. But that's about all it's for. Oops. So, what we're gonna do? I'm always a big fan of like making things. I'll show you. Like that. Like instead of just having the curve, kind of like more straight lines. So now we can finally get rid of this portable miner. No help. I'm gonna be wasteful. I'm gonna throw that stuff away because we don't need it. So this 60 per minute. You can see the consumption's 30. So combined, it's perfectly efficient. 100% efficiency. I'll top that off. So we can get more like storage boxes for ourselves. I'll probably make one just for biomass. Beacons, not really going to use those ever, probably. The map will be useful. The MAM, to get new branches of like things that you can craft outside of copper and iron. It'll all be unlocked through there. Alright. Let's see. Is there anything I need in that one? No. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna need a miner, 2 smelters, 2 constructors, 1 so that's 4 times 16, 20. Crap. Oh no, we're fine. Just leave it 3 power poles, 3 splitters, 3 mergers just for the heck of it. You can see that's all new. That's like all the stuff I use. I use Windows. Windows are cool, but other than that, let's add one of those. Alright, so as you can see with this recipe, it'll present everything that we need to craft all that stuff. Alright. It's always good to have a little excess. After this, we'll probably have to go get some biomass, because I kind of want to stock up at the copper and here, like have like a little personal chest. So we'll do that gold too, but it'd be nice to have it stocked up. Wait, did I? 2 smelters, 2 constructors. I need these 2. Okay, we're fine. Right now, I'll just have it make wire. Like I said, pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up. Throw one of those down. Pick up. Throw away. So we're gonna place a miner. See if I can make it. That's facing that way, so it'd probably be nice to have it. So let's do splitter. Smelter. Splitter. Oh, before I forget, like I said in the last one, I need to go by constructor spacing. Make sure that works. Yep. And then I can organize this by that. I want to get both of those green lines. Go. Should be a ladder. Oh, right here. Get a little easier on us. There we go. And just for aesthetic, I shall place a splitter there. So we're going to place a power biomass burner. That. That. I'll just go that to that. Those to those, and then yeah. Doesn't always look nicest, but you can always place kind of in the building zone of the constructors. All right, so that's all set up. We're gonna throw in 200. Throw in some of this. We don't need that yet. Smelter. We're gonna turn it all into wire for now. Eventually we'll switch one of these to sheets. And then after these, we'll just grab two of these to house the product. Of course. There we go. Now we have automated copper. Go ahead and sort all this stuff back out into those. Set that into that. That. Into that. And we have automated all of the materials that we need up to, yeah. Alright, let's do some math. So this produces 30, this just needs 15, this could come to 2. This produces 60, this needs 30, so we're at the limit for these. So what I'll most likely do whenever we need sheets, which, you know, it doesn't really matter right now, is make sure that's muted. Double out this, split the smelter out, lengthen these constructors out, and then just have one dedicated to sheets. Because I think sheets would be like 30 a minute, most likely. But look at that, we have automated sheets, or sorry, wire. It's not the end of the world if this thing loses power. We'll just come back over here, throw some biomass in, and right back to it. I am gonna chill here until that runs out, just because. What I can do in the meantime, I can add a merger to the limestone, put all my portable miners on that node, and then just manually carry over a bunch of limestone. That'll get it up to 15 a minute. Speed, you know, help things out a little bit. All right, that's enough. Oh, I'm gonna just for my sake, throw craft bench. This is like what's in the hub, but instead of having to run over and over again, it'll be there. Doesn't have to look pretty now. Alright, let's go. Put these guys here. 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 And then whenever I need another one for another miner, I'll just scavenge these ones. Just think eventually I won't use any of these. I'll just make it just for a miner. This is going good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a merger there. Storage container. Probably won't allow me to line it up, but yep, it did. Look at that. So now I'll be able to throw in all of this excess I get. Just help it out a little bit. But in the meantime, let's go look at... I'd like to get that done. That'd be nice. Start fresh. No, it's visible by 4. I just waste. Okay, whatever. If I would have known, I should have grabbed some more wire. But just think, I just upped my intake now by 2. So we're back up to the level for pedals, if not more. Good, get rid of that. Don't need that anymore. I can leave notes for myself, stuff like that. I've never really had a point where I've disliked the updates, really. Oops. Looking at something else accidentally. Yeah, it's fine. Excess is no problem. Put that there. I didn't even look what that... Was that the jumping pads? No, that's field research. That's scanner beacons. As well, it might be useful to run off like a thing for ingots just for either of these factories as well, just in case I'd fill up with the materials. I'd have a bunch of ingots just in case I need those. 162. I guess we'll find out. But typically, at some point, whenever you have a trip and your factory goes offline, it'll give you a notification. Alright, let's check these guys. Grab all. Grab all. All.
The map has been unlocked.
Snap a new personal storage box. So what I'll probably throw in those is
The
biomass.
molecular analysis machine,
Primarily.
referred to as the MAM, will allow R&D to provide new technologies, items, and buildings based on samples collected in the field. To ensure a greater chance of success during exploration, an upgraded tool belt has been provided, as well as an object scanner and beacons. Note: The object scanner requires calibration via the MAM to enable detection of specific objects.
Here's the MAM. We can unlock new things with, right now, alien organisms and fruit. There's beacons. I don't even think I'll ever make one. You can now see the productivity, how much it's consuming, how efficient it is. That's only 75% efficient. Don't really know. I think it's just because we're hitting an impasse. I don't know. Interesting. The capacity is scaling. Okay. That is confirmed. Okay. Oh no, wait. It's up there. Maybe it's just consumption. Maybe that's what it goes. We'd have to see for a different system. Maybe when we go up to copter, we'll check. Let's see if we can unlock anything. We've only met those guys. So I think we can make those hog proteins. Yep. They're not of any use to us right now. Well, I think they're just regular proteins too. Yep, alien protein. It'll allow us to stack them a little nicer. At least. They're at every node typically, so. And we won't really take advantage of this right now either. Baking agarics are useful in making nutritional inhalers, which I think will unlock whatever we get there, but. Not really anything too important in the MAM right now. It'll change. That'll change, but. What we need to do now is probably get some more biomass. I'm gonna top this guy off. What mostly held me back before the streaming was I had the worst possible internet ever at my home with my family. So I've got internet here, but of course I'm balancing college as well, so I don't really have time for it. But now I have good internet at home too, so it would mostly be possible I could stream at home as well. Of course, all my stuff isn't as nice at the other computer. This was kind of a major upgrade. 2070, 9700K in the other one. It's 32 gigs of RAM, so nothing wrong in that sense. The issue would most likely be like the webcam, which eventually I plan on upgrading, sorry, to a 4K Logitech. I tend to go Logitech for all my peripherals, but if I remember correctly, there should be a different kind of furry friend over here that we can fight and unlock a new thing in the MAM. Wonder what hurt that guy. That's a passive creature. Also, the birds and the lizard doggos, which we'll see eventually, are passive as well. AKA, they don't immediately attack you like the other creatures. You can still kill them. It's not really worth it by the time you chase one down, but could if you want to. I've tried, as you can assume from that knowledge. This wood on the ground is very nice. Nope, just another hog. Or two. Uh-oh.
Multiple fix-it personnel in the area.
Down in health
Save
pretty
the
good.
harvest before it's too late.
I forgot how weak these Xenozappers are. It may be that they changed this that like the only things that are over here are hogs, which is fine. We don't really need. It would be nice to unlock where we could turn it into. You can basically turn that into biomass as well. It's a lot more biomass than leaves. Of course, again, the preferable thing is going to be that chainsaw. Once we get that chainsaw, it'll make this a lot easier. I'll knock down all these trees. Get everything all nice and clean. But for the time being, here we are. Leaves. Where is he? Oh. There's another two down there, so I might avoid him. I'll take on you, though. I basically cannot outrun them currently, so if I lose, I lose. I die. Of course, I'll just respawn, so not the end of the world, but not preferable either. Gas hurts, if you can't tell. Alright, let's make some biomass. Or make some auto protein as well. The copper one should be running a little bit more efficient. Not crazily. It says 17 out of 20, but As you can see, wood is much better for like one piece of wood to one piece of biomass. That ratio, 1 to 5 versus I think 5 to 1, or no, 5 to 5, like 1 to 1. All right, so we have top that off. Decent amount for now. Now we need to figure out what we need to unlock the next thing. We're gonna. Nope. I insist we have to do the same, or do them in order. Only for myself, but whatever. Shouldn't be that hard. We should have everything. We just need a craft cable and these screws. Here at 3:30, most likely will be the end of the stream. Just give everyone a heads up. So that'll be about 30 more minutes. At least be done for probably most likely today. See how many other people are streaming Satisfactory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least a few. Oh, no, wait, never mind. Like 3 or 4. 5 at least. 5. Yeah. And once again, I made way too much because I was distracted. Alright, let's take some bus. Once we can craft the solid biofuel, it'll very nice. It'll make we'll be able to use the chainsaw. So after this unlock, we'll do the next unlock, and after that, we'll be able to use the chainsaw. So that give us a lot more fuel. We'll be able to get solid biofuel, which is a lot more efficient. It'll just be another crafting step. And I've never really automated the biofuel production. I mean, to be quite honest, it's pretty quick. In the grand scheme of things, once everything else is automated. And the approach I should take from here on out isn't craft bench heavy, more production. Like, I shouldn't progress just by crafting manually. I should amp up my factories. Once I get this chainsaw, it'll be easier to do that. It was a while until I figured out you could put multiple quarter miles for one node. Typically, I just had like one per. But definitely very nice. See, now that we're getting, if we get some like built up, it's fine. Alright, let's go ahead and hit that button. What did I unlock again?
Milestone reached. More complex assembly of parts can now
Oh,
be automated.
I got the assembler,
Project
which again
assembly
turns
parts can now
2
be
items into
constructed
1
and
item.
sent up via the space elevator. Note,
I'm not going to
project
touch that
parts
for
are too
now,
complex
at
to
least.
produce
Worry
by
about
hand.
these raw materials. Is that it? I guess we can look. Oh, and new items. Okay. So we can bump out. Whenever we go back up there, we should bump out the sheets. Sheets will be used for like when we build electronics and pipelines mainly. You can use it for transport as well. Alright, let's select this one. Throw that in there. Oh, silly me. Five minutes, man. They get longer and longer. I guess slow you down a little bit. Not necessarily a bad thing. And spend your time doing other things as well. Honestly, not a ton of progress for 3 hours. But what can you expect? It's okay. Alright, so I'll need craft for those, say 40 of those. I'll need another container. I'm gonna need another constructor. Yes. So I was splitting out that one. Actually, nah, we'll wait. I could bump out and get auto wire cable production, but oh, I need that. It's okay. Wires are just like a one-step thing, so it's not like it's the end of the world to make my own. It will be nice whenever I get to bump out the fertilizer, not fertilizer, limestone, and then what was I gonna say? and then bump this out to get more rods, and then autocraft screws, and then as you know, start building it up and up and up and up. It'll be nice once you get the ball rolling. I mean, it speeds up. It feels like things speed up, but really you're doing more, like you know the requirements get bigger and bigger, and then you spend like 2,000 hours playing the game. But so let's disassemble all this stuff for now. A lot of sound. So what we need to do now, we're going to build 3 constructors. Okay, so I got the original one. I'm going to space it out a little bit. We're going to bump this one out over here. So what we're going to do is we are going to put a splitter right in between. I do kind of dislike whenever I have to... Okay, yeah, see, that's the problem. I bump these out further. I like when they show up blue in the build menu, because typically that means you have enough room for all of them. So, like I said, build 3 of these. And then I'm going to put down this splitter to split it into this one. And then that one can just go straight. So this one's going to be our new copper sheet, which needs 20 per minute. That produces 30 per minute, so we're good. I am going to add that back. Add all 3 up here. Connect that to that. And wire. And wire. We're going to slow that down. Top that off. Top that off. Top that off. I'm fine with wasting ore, but I'm not fine with wasting ingots. I have not got ingot wasteful yet. Could I make these things like more like vertically efficient? Perhaps, like the game said, but nope. Alright, now let's go check our... Actually, I gotta turn this back on to check it properly, but do that. So our max consumption is 25 watts or 30. So we could actually add like one more. Nah, we'll wait. Wires aren't that expensive, so I'm not like particularly worried about that really. Slow this down. Like put stuff back in for that. And then we got sheets. Like I said, we probably won't touch it for a few minutes at the minimum. I need to make sure I bring wire back with me. I just craft some here, I guess. Let's check the speeds. So these can produce 60 per minute. So soon, basically, if we ever get a node that produces more than 60 minute, the bottleneck is the conveyor belt. But don't worry, there's a fix for that coming soon. Alright, that's back, so we can go ahead and go get our next milestone. Right?
Milestone reached. Biofuel
Gone.
will ensure maximum efficiency of biomass burners. To
Alright,
aid in biofuel
so
production, You are now capable of removing foliage that consists primarily of wood. Additionally, R&D inflated your pocket dimension.
We get a little bit more crafting space. We can now craft a chainsaw, which we will do very soon. And we can make solid biofuel, which is... Let's see if it'll tell us. No, it just says it's the most efficient. So now we have added an extra step. I could always add a constructor just to make solid biofuel, but in the end, it's not going to be that. I don't know. It'll probably be a point where I'll need it, to be honest. But remember, I still have to put the stuff in manually. I still have to collect it manually. So in the grand scheme of things, until coal, we're not going to have manual or automatic power production. Coal is fully automated. Yeah, coal to water. With coal and water, you get just coal and water put into the factory and you get power. Let's go try this out. See how efficient it is. So this is 10 per minute, 4 per minute. Okay, much better. Again, we'll get growing pains eventually, and look at that. So the next milestone that we'll need to build an assembler. Unfortunately, well, I guess I could craft all those 50 manually, but then we're gonna get to that point where I'm crafting a lot of things manually. And after we complete this completely, which, as I said, conveyor belts Mark II, right here, twice as fast. Once we complete these three, we're gonna have to craft 50. I guess I have no problem automatically crafting the rotors, or like by hand, because I won't be able to craft the smart plating for phase 1 manually. I don't know, we'll see. And then that'll unlock 3. As you can see, like phase 1 unlocks 3 and 4, phase 2 unlocks 5 and 6, and 7/8 unlocked by phase 3 of the space elevator. It is not linear, it is almost like exponential, like the difficulty. Which is fine. Nothing against that. Just and we'll use a solid biofuel to power the chainsaw as well. There's a couple things I'd like to change for the next stream. Most likely get a profile picture. I was looking for a specific clip art for one of them. Maybe add a bio, as you can expect, as I mentioned previously, just like college student trying this side. Always wanted to do it. And really nothing more than that. But expand this a little bit. You can find me on YouTube under the same name, most likely. What I'll do, we'll have to figure that out. I'll probably upload the next day. And it's going to be unedited. It's just going to be my raw streams. I do not want to get into video editing, so I don't want to. Quick bathroom break one more time. And I am back. See, man, decent progress. Up to 200 per 2 stacks, each of 200. I know one thing I'll have to fix immediately. I have 2 inputs for my audio, which is fine. I don't think it's affecting it too much. If so, oops, but we now have enough I can transfer to both of those to introduce maximum efficiency. Top that one off. Excuse me. Oops. LTTstore.com. What was it doing? Alright. Throw that in there instead. And as you can see, working quite well. Now, making 60 wire per minute. 30 times 2. I shall, with this streaming, learn math once again. And then, whatever, 20 per minute for the sheets. Here's, I think it might be 30 for 20. I forget, but. Well, let's go ahead and go grab that other limestone. Grab all, grab all. Grab all, grab all, grab all, grab all. Definitely using all that inventory space possible. This is nice. We got some automation. Things are going good. We have over a stack of words. Concrete. Let's, in the meantime, look at. What was I looking for? Oh, it's over here. That's why. Chainsaw. I need 5 plates and a bunch more screws. Gonna make that. Yeah. Sorry about that for that audio. I'll listen to it later. If it sounds absolutely terrible, I'll figure out how to. I guess I could just have a mute button. It's fine. Again, going to the wrong thing. Chainsaw 160 and more wire. Eventually, not right now. I guess I will automate my solid biofuel a little more. It's that transition from me playing solo and not caring how long it takes and how long I sit there in silence to trying to be a little more entertaining at least. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got 10 people have joined periodically. Thanks to all of them. Of course, I don't think anyone's here right now. And here we go. Chainsaw. Yes. Nice. No end to it. There we go. That'll make things a lot nicer when it comes to... Alright, let's go. Actually, okay. Need... Go ahead and... It's another thing I like, writing the before and after. It's always great when things line up like that. Alright, let's add all that in. And let's have it make biofuel. I will insert a few of those. We need to remember to shut this off whenever, because that'd be a waste. Why is it done? Why no power? Oh, it's off, that's why. Let's go show you how this works. Just like that. Chainsaw. It's amazing. Makes things way, way nicer. So we have monumentally cut down our time spent collecting. Of course, we're still gonna have to do it regardless, but at least it's a little nicer, a little easier, so on. And our base is gonna look a lot better because of it. I will remove every single branch, limb, and eventually rock. That'll be a future tool we'll get to be able to remove the rock, but we'll get through all of that stuff and clean this base up, make it look real nice. Be fun. Hopefully by the time we start running out of trees around here, we'll have transitioned to coal, but we probably will have some adventures with me cutting down limbs and limbs and limbs. I'm not going to automate the biomass acclimation process of transferring it to biomass, but at least we have the solid biofuel. Good way to contain it. I'll probably get rid of... We'll save that area for later, but probably get rid of that little chest, or just move it somewhere. Let's see. For this boy. Can I throw it on the... Be real nice. Nope, can't do that. Let's... I don't know which way is the open. I guess it doesn't matter. There will be... Now we can organize all our stuff in all these chests. Fun. I guess one goal could just be, instead of like making sure I turn off that biomass burner, is to just keep it full. I don't know if that's sustainable though. We'll see. Looking ahead, rotors take rods and screws. So we're making a lot of screws for now, at least. It is very efficient. That makes me almost think it's not a good idea to, I don't know. Regardless, try to keep the quality better. I guess worthy price to pay. Guess it'd look better if I got rid of this boy. Clear that off. Alright, so, as a recap, we have started from nothing, landed on this planet in about 3 hours, have production of concrete, iron plates, and iron rods, as well as copper wire. We use that to build our home base, lookout tower, some crafting benches, as well as all the automated production. Um, Looking forward, we will most likely be tackling continued automation, expansion of the factories, as well as completion of the rest of the milestones. From then on, we will take on the smart plates, so we can advance further. It will be beneficial once we get to this step. Get some better belts that go twice as fast, speed things up, and so on. That will eventually be in pursuit of coal, which is most likely, if I have to guess, in tier 3, if not tier 4. From then on out, we will most likely have to double our consumption of biomass, or go through heavy bench crafting, either or. But regardless, decent progress. Still have a million things we can do if we want. That we've not explored any of the map. We've stayed right in our little niche right here, which is fine. We build up resources. I typically tend to stay at the base until coal production, but from then on out we get to explore, see some new things. Definitely a lot more nodes of different items we can explore. But regardless, we're about to learn how to end a stream. Most likely, earliest I could be on again would be tomorrow. So, see you soon, and have a good one.